What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing? Yeah, long time no see. I'm just checking in. So I know, don't be mad at me. Don't be mad. Y'all just come on in. Come on in the building. It's just a check in, chit chat. Come on in. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Come on in the building. And when you come in the building, you know the rules. Go ahead, double tap your screen, hit the thumbs up if you are on your computer. Let me go ahead and check the sound really quick as we're just going to have a little chit chat as I check in with you guys because I know it's been about a week since I've talked to you, probably a little longer. Yeah, audio is cooking. All right. So, yeah, come on in the building, baby. We're gonna just have a little chit chat today. As I didn't want to stay away too long. But anyway, we're gonna talk about current affairs. Where's my notes? So much is going on, and I just haven't had a chance to get over here and talk to you all. But I'm here. I'm here right now. Okay. Yes, I am here right now. Go ahead, get that thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Double tap your screen, baby. Let's get the folks in the dough. Let them know I'm in the building, okay? Look, my goodness. We got ice and lost their damn mind out here, huh? Ice has lost their doggone ever loving mind out here. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I know I didn't get a chance to come in and talk to you all about Ice and what's going on with Renee Good and the shooting that took place with her. But wow, my goodness, I tell you, I see all of the rallies. People are coming together. White tea folks. White tea folks is coming together because Renee Good was shot. A mother, shot in front of her children. That's right, a mother shot in front of her children. A white tea woman. And so now there's marches, there's rallies, there's demonstrations. The white folks they outraged. Some of them are. Some of them are. They outraged. Look here, black folks, stand down. I'm here to stand down. Okay. Y'all hold on. I'm just making sure everything is up and going. We legit. Y'all stand down. Don't y'all take y'all behinds to no marches. I'm sorry, white tea folks. Yes, Lord, we've been telling y'all for centuries. It's so much to talk about. So come on, double tap your screen, Welcome in. I've been gone for a minute, taking care of business every day. Welcome in, James. How are you doing today? Go ahead, please. As you come in the building, double tap your screen, y'all. I'm trying to stay warm, y'all. It's trying to get cold up in here in Texas. Look, I got this little blanket throw. It's so cute, y'all. It's so cute and warm. I hope y'all are staying warm wherever you are. It's just now getting cold in Texas, but Texas is kind of weird like that. Because it really doesn't the weather really don't start acting crazy until around the end of January. Baby, the Hawk is definitely gonna come in around the end of January. You hear me? It's gonna be ugly. And the weather, from what I've been hearing, it has been kind of warm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of warm everywhere. So hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Um, so y'all be prepared for that Hawk to take full effect come I say come January, February. We gonna catch it, y'all. It's because it's been too warm. Been too warm. I haven't got sidetracked. We gonna talk about Renee Good. I am, to tell you the truth, I'm somewhat shocked about some of the outrage that is not happening when it comes to white tea people. I'm shocked that some of the outrage is not happening. Some of the white Chit folks is saying Renee Good deserved to get shot, y'all. Some hey, what's good? Yo, my uncle kisses my cousin. Well, you tell your uncle that's called incest, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that. I won't call the law on your uncle. And by the way, we're going to talk about Uncle Tenderism too. I'm glad you said something about your uncle, but that's not the uncle we're going to be talking. I just got a lot to get off, and I hope I'm going to try to stay on track, y'all. I'm going to try to stay on schedule with this chit chat that we're going to be having, okay? Hey, Tex. Let me see. Now, hold on. Thank you, baby. You love it. If you love it, I love it. If you like it, I love it, honey. Okay, you love it. Yeah, this is my hair. I don't know. We give her a name here soon. Okay. Let me see. As you come in, y'all just go ahead and double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. Okay. Okay. And look, we don't want. Okay, you leave your uncle kissing your mom and your cousin out of it, or you go to timeout because we not here for that. But I do want to talk about some things that current affairs that's have been happening today in the news. Okay, and so I was talking about Renee Good and the unaliving that occurred. Regarding Renee Good and how everybody has been upset. Not everybody. I can't say everybody, so I'm not gonna sit there and say everybody. But did y'all know before Renee Good was taken out, it was a black man that was taken out by an off-duty ICE agent, but we ain't heard his name. But that's just common, you know. That's just how they work around here. Let's get to the news. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Because before I talk about Renee, I got to find, I kept a little something. Hold on. Do y'all know about Keith Porter? Keith Porter was taken out by ICE too on New Year's. I believe it was New Year's night. He was out there. Some people buy firecrackers. I believe Keith shot off a couple of celebratory rounds in the sky. Pow, pow. Mm-hmm. Pow, pow. I think that's that's matter of fact, that's the first time how I learned how to shoot a pew pew. It was New Year's, and somebody said, "Here, girl, go ahead, pow pow." And yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, this got a little power. So Keith was taken out by undercover, off-duty, off-duty agent, ICE agent. And everybody talking about, say, Renee Good's name. Say her name. Why would y'all ain't said nothing about Keith? Let's hear about Keith before we talk about Renee.
People, let's keep in mind, Keith Porter Jr. was also killed by an off-duty ICE agent. And let's remind them, these are not police. These are ICE agents. For the New Year's, Keith Porter let off celebratory gunshots in the air. An off-duty ICE agent said that there was an active shooter and shot Keith Porter. The off-duty ICE agent said that he was aiming the gun at him and he was trying to shoot him. Currently, there is no evidence saying that this man was trying to attack this off-duty ICE agent. But mind you, we heard nothing about this in the news.
Nothing.
This was not publicized at all. We heard no heavy information about this. So just like we can spread Renee Good's story, we should be able to spread Keith Porter's story just as heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you share, comment, like this video.
I share. Let me share, comment, and like. I think
repost.
We like. I'm reposting it on my Rick Speaks. Gave y'all that report off of TikTok. I'm reposting it over here on YouTube, Rick. Look here. Y'all ain't said nothing about Keith Porter. But he was taken out by undercover. I don't know why. They undercover. That's why I want to say undercover. Because they undercover. By ICE agent, y'all. That was off duty. They, some of these ICE agents, they mall cops, got fired from the mall. Excuse me. These folks is mall cops who have got fired the mall, you know, they really aren't they really they the scraggly leftovers who couldn't get into the FBI, the CIA. These ICE agents are just you know, they the ones that's gonna be used and abused by they big daddy Trump. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be used by their big daddy Trump because you see Trump offered them, I think it was a $30,000 signing bonus. That's right, for ICE. They did a recruiting session. Matter of fact, here in Texas for ICE agents, honey, offering a 30,000 bonus. That's right. Look it up. Folks, you know, they ran, folks, they need these ICE agents, you see. But the thing is that 30,000 that these folks think they're gonna get, baby, that's on the back end. That's on the back end. Okay, these folks gonna get 30,000 after, you know, they finish their tour of duty, right? And their tour of duty only gonna last while Trump is in office. Y'all come on in here. I'm gonna give y'all the tea. Okay, I got me some chai tea today, but I'm gonna give you the tea. These ICE agents done sign up thinking they about to get paid, y'all. They think they about to get paid $31,000 to sign on, get their money on the back end. And the back end is when Trump, you know, hold on for a minute. Let me take care of some folks. If you ain't gonna come in here, act right, gotta go. Gotta go to the block list. There you go, baby. There you go. Have a good day. Okay. Let me sip my tea. Mm-hmm. So ICE has been recruiting Trump. Hold on, I'm checking. Yeah, Trump's administration has been recruiting for ICE agents, promising them, you know, they're gonna get 30,000 because first of all, a lot of people really don't want to really go and put the hammer on their own, right? They don't want to put the hammer on their own. These white folks see that these agents taking them out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't care. They taking them out. So they have to give put a little sugar in the tea to give to these ICE agents for the signing bonus. But the signing bonus is only going to last until their tenure is up or their tour of duty is over. And that's going to be over after Trump leaves office. And I know y'all think that Trump's going to be Trump 2020, whatever, right? Y'all think he's going to get a third term, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. But if he does not, because everything's been so crooked nowadays, so wicked nowadays, he might wind up in that doggone office for a third term, but who knows? But if he don't, you dummies who signed up to for ICE, okay, it'll be over for you. You ain't gonna get that money. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get that money, baby. Okay, I'm just letting you know you're not gonna get it. Look here. Now white folks is upset, honey. They mad, they pissed off. Go ahead, double tap the screen as you come in the building. They mad, they pissed off because Renee Good, a mother, was taken out in front of her children. I mean, right in front. Y'all, I looked at the video. Now, there's many tactics of taking down criminals, right? At that point in time, Renee wasn't a criminal. You know, they out of control, y'all. But the white folks is mad. They mad because Renee got taken out, got her face blown smooth off. The ICE agent went smooth around in front of her car and blew Renee's face off in front of her children. From the reports I heard, one child was still in the car. That's right. And the ICE agent took her out. Now we got white folks, they want to march in the streets, want to rally, want black folks. Black folks, don't you take your butt out there marching in no damn streets. That's right, I said it. That's right, because they're going to put you on the front line and ICE, they be ready. They already took Renee out. They'll be ready to pop a cap in your behind as soon as they see your black ass face. Okay, so don't take your behind out there talking about say Renee's name. Matter of fact, when y'all out there talking about say Renee's name, y'all need to say Keith Porter's name. He was the first black male to be taken out, killed by ICE, American citizen. Let me write his name down on top of Renee's name, Keith Porter. Okay. Now y'all think it's an issue. Okay. It's a problem because ICE done lost control. They out of control. They shooting white women, y'all, in the face, taking them out. And kids can witness it and all. Mm-hmm. So that's a sign of the times, y'all. Let me say something. A lot of these folks gonna try to get up out of being ICE. And a lot of the ICE agents, I believe, will be folks that are not, they might look white. You heard me? But I believe they're going to be foreigners. That's right. They're going to start hiring foreigners for ICE. And they're going to take you, American citizens, straight down. They ain't going to care. You understand? So while we doing that, let me see if I got a video or two for y'all to look at. Let me see if I loaded anything about Miss Porter. Because we got so much to talk about. And this is going to be a goulash of information for you all today. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. No, these videos are not about Kim. I mean, Renee, my bad. So we're going to let me go on to, ain't nobody win in this situation. No, nobody's winning in this situation. But y'all, I'm just letting you know, white folks, y'all about to catch it. This is just the beginning, okay? Ain't nobody winning. I ain't said nobody was winning. Hold on for a minute. Let's go to TikTok news. My folks on the street, okay? Let's see. Ain't nobody winning. But y'all gonna start feeling the wrath that the black folks, you see, let me say this. When ICE first got commissioned to go thump y'all heads, you know, it was cool. Nobody was saying nothing because ICE was commissioned to go thump the immigrants' heads, right? It was cool. But, you know, just about 3 or 4 months back, ICE started acting real stupid. Y'all heard about when ICE went into the black community, into the black neighborhood. I know you heard about it. You heard about it. And went into the black community and even put wrist ties, those little plastic ties, put them on babies. They raided an apartment building. Nobody said nothing. It was quiet. It was crickets. American citizens. But it was in the hood, you see. It was black folk. Nobody said nothing. Nobody even cared that little babies was putting wrist ties from the ICE agents. Talking about they had to figure out who is who. Like the baby about to thump them or take them down. They put wrist ties on little black babies. That's right, topless. None of y'all said nothing. It was crickets because you see, it was ICE attacking the brown folks. Ain't no black folks. The brown folks, the copper color. You see this copper color folk and the sand color folks. Because Mexican, y'all look at the color of sand. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not brown, y'all sandy. They was attacking the sand colored folks. And when they went to the brown folks, y'all ain't say nothing. Because they always been attacking us. We always been the main ones on the list to be attacked. To be, downtrodden. But oh, baby. Here come old Renee. I believe she was an activist of some sort, too, from my reports. Here come Renee. And they done took Renee out, gave her 1 to the head, maybe 2 to the head, right? And now y'all upset. Now y'all marching in the streets. Now y'all want to rally. Now y'all want the help of the black folks. Just like the sand colored folks. Just like the sand colored folks, Mexicans. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, the ones they call immigrants, sand color, because y'all not brown, y'all sand color. Y'all was mad at the black folks because y'all wanted us to come help y'all when ICE was thumping y'all in the head, but y'all ain't never want to come help us. Matter of fact, in some neighborhoods, brown folks couldn't even come in y'all sand color, your Puerto Ricans, your Mexicans hoods. Y'all know that. You know that. SA? Come on, SA. Let's not play. Let's not play. SA, let's not play today. But when ICE came a-calling, baby, y'all talking about where the black folks at? Where they at, yo? Where they at, yo? Where they at? We's at home sipping our tea. Don't you take your black behind to no marches, no rallies. You heard me? Now, BS keeps rolling down here. And you see, it done rolled right into your lap. That's right, white folks, right into your lap. You're going to learn today that your government don't love you. MAGA, where you at? Come on in the chat. Are you hiding? Are y'all hiding, MAGA? NAGA's, where you at? Come on in the chat. Are you hiding? Are you hiding? Because Miss Renee Good got her dome split by ICE. You understand? Mm-hmm. ICE is doing crazy. Let me show. Y'all gonna listen to this. ICE is pulling up at restaurants. And I have one other. I'm trying to find that before I play the restaurant one. Hold on for a minute. Let me put this cutest to the top of the queue. ICE got folks so scared. A woman was door dashing and pulled up into drop off her DoorDash. ICE cars surround the woman. The woman ran into the folks' home who she was door dashing for. Baby, I'm trying to find it. Those folks were so scared because it just happened after Renee got her dome split. You understand? Now white folks scared. They shaking in their boots. They shaking in my door. Oh, here it go. Here it go. Let me cue it to the top. We gonna listen to it. And then I think I got a lawyer for you white folks, just in case dough dashers come dashing into your dough. And not with food. They running from ICE. I got a lawyer to tell you what you need to do. Let me get him in queue too. Okay? I'll just hold tight. I'm gonna educate you today. Okay, but don't be asking black folks to come out there marching with you. Don't do it. Okay? Because you always have something to say or not say when it comes to us. Okay? So let me get this dough dasher queued up for y'all. These folks were scared as hell. They called the police station. They didn't know what to do. Oh shoot. Did I just lose it? God dog it. Let me see. Let me try to pull it back up, y'all. God, to be more careful. I was about to play it, and then DoorDasher runs into home chased by ICE. Okay. Hold on. Chased by the big bad wolf ICE. You're not racist? I'm glad you're not. I'm good. Good. Thank you. We're going to listen to this one. Let me turn it up for y'all. Here we go.
They're going to break the door down. That's fine, but I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Let
me see. Hold on.
To open the door and they have a warrant. They don't have a warrant. They said they'll get one. If they get one, then they're going to break the door down. That's fine, but I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Because this was my DoorDash lady. I don't even know the lady. She was right in my house. All right. I have a baby here. I really don't know what to do. I'll open the door if the police say that I have to open the door, but I don't know what to do.
This lady just was shot yesterday. You know, I ordered fucking food and there's people outside my fucking house.
Cheyenne, I'm on my way, okay?
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'm so scared.
I don't think the police are going to do anything. I don't know what to do. I'm just waiting for the warrant. I don't know what to do, man. This is scary. Can I just get a warrant? I just want a warrant, man. I got my child in here. This shit happened yesterday and everything. Do you have her ID? She said she had her ID on her.
Hold on. If I put your hand up, take your fucking hand. Stop. Okay. If I open this door, you're not coming in my house. I will give you her. This is her.
I have family. I'm sorry.
You need to come with me, man.
There's nothing we can do.
Come on.
There's nothing we can do.
Come on. Just come on. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. Come on. Come on. What do I do, man? I need you to come out to the lake. I can't. Don't. No guns. No guns. Anybody. No shooting anybody.
No guns. No guns.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm so sorry. And I have TikTok followers. I have this going on my TikTok. I have 11,000 followers. I will let everybody. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Let me see. What's your name?
Hold on. I'm going to let y'all see this woman's face. I'm going to try to hold up the tablet. Let me bring the tablet up so y'all can see. Let me try to dust it off a bit. My fingerprints and my stylus. Hold on. Let's see if y'all can get it. Ugh. Hold on. I can hold it. This is the lady here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let it play again.
Police said I have to let you go. Ma'am.
God, dog.
Open the door and they have a warrant.
They don't have a warrant. They said they'll get one.
If they get one, then they're going to break the door down.
That's fine, but I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Because this was my DoorDash lady. I didn't even know the lady. She was right in my house.
All right.
I have a baby here. I really don't know what to do. I'll open the door if the police say that I have to open the door, but I don't know what to do. This lady just was shot yesterday. You know, I ordered fucking food and there's people outside my fucking house.
Cheyenne, I'm on my way, okay? All right.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? I'm so scared.
I don't think the police are going to do anything. I don't know what to do. I'm just waiting for the warrant. I don't know what to do, man. This is scary. Can I just get a warrant? I just want a warrant, man. I got my child in here. This shit happened yesterday and everything. Do you have her ID? She said she had her ID on her.
Hold on. If I put your hand up, take your fucking hand. Stop. Okay. If I open this door, you're not coming in my house. I will give you her. This is her.
I have family. I'm sorry.
You need to come with me, man. Come
There's
on.
nothing we can do.
Come on.
There's nothing we can do.
Come on. Just come on. Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do this. Come on. Come on.
Look at that. Look at that. That's
I
beautiful.
need you to come out to the lake. I can't. Don't. No guns. No guns. Anybody. No shooting.
Folks, They got folks on their job. This woman on her job, Spanish looking. Y'all, I showed you the evidence. The day after Renee was, taken out, they had a DoorDasher running from ICE, doing on her job. She had identified herself and ran up in these people's house. The people don't know what to do. They scared. They got children in the house. They got little babies in the house. They scared. They don't know what to do. And then the ICE agent's trying to come to the house. You can't come in nobody's house without no warrant. You can't just waltz up in there because you chasing somebody. That is basically a safe haven. Y'all be prepared for folks running in your house. You heard me? You heard it here first. Like folks like to say, you heard it here first. Be prepared for folks busting straight through your door. Okay? Matter of fact, y'all be prepared because these folks gonna get more and more terrified. But matter of fact, they probably, if you're outside with your children playing, they probably grab a hold of your children and hold on to your child for their own safety. You heard me? So that Mexican woman ran into, they sound like they was Caucasian, right? They sound like they was Caucasian. And the Caucasian family, they was scared. I mean, I would be scared too if someone, Renee Good just got her dome split by another white man. It wasn't a Spanish man, wasn't a black man. It was a white man. ICE baby. Mm-hmm. An ICE agent took out Renee. So y'all ain't safe either, white folks. That's why they was shook. That's why they was calling everybody. The woman on the phone with her mama, calling her mama. Like, what? And the mama said, I'm on the way, baby. Like the mama can do something. ICE at the door. Just open the door. Let us in like the big bad damn wolf. You heard me? Somebody's gonna get worse. If it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse. And then she wound up calling the law. Thank you, baby, thank you. She wound up calling the law, and the law said, we on our way. I'm telling you, pretty soon the law, ICE gonna take over the law. They're not even gonna listen to the law because that happened in New York. I believe in New York. Yeah, New York. The ICE agent and the some law enforcers was fighting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, it's getting hot in here. Not just brown folks. This is brown, y'all. This is what you call copper color brown, like your panties, like brown, copper color, like your Indians. Copper color. We gonna learn today what colors are and what they mean. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about colors and refer to folks as colors. I can't really call y'all white tea people. Y'all pink. You got a little pink hue to you. But anyway, we're gonna keep moving because I ain't been here for a minute. Where my stylist go? Well, we're gonna keep moving. I told you we got a little chit chat we're gonna do today. Okay, go ahead. Take your time out. Double tap the screen. Okay. Get the likes up. We're going to talk about, before I move on, because I did tell y'all, because some of y'all don't know what the heck to do if because y'all love spending $30 for a coat to be delivered to your house. I don't know, DoorDash is just too expensive for my taste. But anyway, for you all that like to spend your money and have DoorDash use some, bubble gum. And you find yourself in that predicament where ICE agents are chasing down your DoorDasher, and you unaware, and you happen to open your door, and your DoorDasher dashes in your house. Let's listen to the law, a lawyer, give you a little advice. Okay, get out your pen and paper. This is your advice.
This is how you protect an undocumented person who has fled inside of your house or who has fled inside of your small business. So if you look outside your window, you might see an undocumented person running around, and they're being chased by ICE or CBP. And if that person affirmatively on their own enters your residency or enters the employees only section of your small business, then they have reached a safe zone, a constitutionally protected area that ICE cannot enter without a judicial warrant. However, you as the owner of that residency or as the owner of that small business cannot affirmatively help that person get to those safe areas. You cannot harbor an undocumented person. That is a crime. You cannot obstruct justice. That is also a crime. So I am not telling you to wave them in. If you wave them in, you have committed a crime. Don't do that. If you yell at them and tell them, come on in, you've just committed a crime. Do not do that either. And if ICE shows up and asks if the person is there and you say no and they are, you have just obstructed justice, which is also a crime. The only way that this works is if you don't do anything. If this person, this undocumented person who is fleeing, randomly, on their own, decide to enter your residency for safety, or randomly, on their own, decides to enter the employees only section of your business for their safety, it wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything.
It ain't my fault.
They just did it on their own. That means you did not harbor them. It means that you did not do anything to obstruct justice. And once they are there, they're protected, and ICE knows that. And the only way that they can enter is with your permission or a judicial warrant, and they do not have judicial warrants. The only superpower that you have is your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. If they engage with you through the door of your home, or if they enter the reception area of your small business, I want you to remain silent completely. I don't want you to ask to see a warrant. They won't have one anyway, so there's no point in talking to them. I don't want you to say any laws that you might know, or to yell at them, or to say that you're calling a lawyer. I don't want you to say absolutely anything. I want them to enter your small business and be greeted with absolute silence. They need your consent to enter the employees only section. They need your consent to enter your residency. And if you have absolute silence, you don't even say hello, then they cannot say that you gave consent. They cannot enter. And you have not committed any crime because you do not have to affirmatively assist them in their arrest. You do not have to give them consent. And you have an absolute right to remain silent. So I want you to use it. This is how you protect an undocumented person.
Be quiet. Keep your mouth closed. If they run up in there, as long as they ain't got no weapon, because you can't come up in here and I'm be quiet and you got a weapon too. If you're undocumented, if you try to act crazy, you gonna catch a something hot. I'm just gonna say it like that. Let me say this. Welcome in, watching from Waco, Texas is in the building. Hey, welcome in. Also, welcome in. Oklahoma is here. How you doing, Oklahoma? You right up the road. All right, just want to welcome you guys in the building. I just happened to see that on the monitor. So welcome in. So hey, y'all got you took notes, right? You know what to do. And just in case your DoorDasher is getting chased and happens to dash up into your home, into your facility, be quiet. But I would call it law. I would call it. It's getting wicked. It's getting real wicked. Okay, so what else do I want to talk to you guys about? I want to talk to you guys about. Let me see. Do I want to do a special report on that? Because, honey, the women don't want you men no more. Women don't want men no more. But I told you I was coming with the B3 movement. Y'all remember when I gave that special report about the B3 movement out in Korea? Y'all remember that? Go back down into my archives. Y'all can pull up that report when I said them Korean women was not messing around with, they cut off the Korean men. They didn't want to marry them. They didn't want to sleep with them. They didn't want to date them. They didn't want them to look their way. Okay? And their birth rate started to plummet somewhere off in one of those townships in Korea. Well, it made its way over here, but it, not really called a B3. But honey, women is done with men. They don't want to date them. But this is the thing I had heard on the streets. I think I probably end with tenderism. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about why women they want their peace. They don't want to date men. They don't want men to breathe on them. Oh my goodness. There's a thing called y'all heard of narcs. Y'all heard of narcissism? All that word should be played by now, but it's not. It's you learned something new back in 2023. And so let me see what you're saying. You look like Jeannie from Blackpink. I don't know who that is, but I hope she's cute. Thank you, honey. So look here. Narcissism has different a narc. Not a narc. I don't want to say a narc because in high school I remember we used to call people who ratted on you or told on you. They called them a narc, right? But narcissism just blew up the definition, the actions of a narcissist. All of that took flight in around 2000. I want to say 23, 24, and it's just been going. So by now, somebody has thought they've gone to they pretend college and got their pretend degree in psychologist and psychiatrist, and they tell you what a narcissist is, right? Okay, but they cannot diagnose a narcissist. They have to be qualified to but they listen to everybody on the big wide web talk about narcissism. So you should be up to speed when I talk about this topic. Well, we have women who say men are let me get my notes. Hold on. I put these other folks up to the top of the queue and I knocked some folks down. There is something that some traits that narcissists do, and it helps you to kind of give you a short kind of not short, but like you got a baby understanding of what a narcissist can do and what they do from the internet. Not that you're diagnosing people, but you get these ideas and hear other people talk about what narcissists do and how to spot someone if they're a narcissist. Not that you can diagnose them, but some of the traits that they do. Okay. And so there is an abuse that women are complaining about. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it. I got my stuff all out of order. Men, they're saying, men are weaponizing food. That's right. This is another complaint. Men are weaponizing food. Now, y'all might think, what? But honey, I said, you know what? I remember when, I'm going to tell y'all a little story. Y'all ready for my circle time? Just sit down before we get into what I'm going to show you and what we're going to talk about and why women are upset and why this is trending on social media, particularly on TikTok. Because YouTube, y'all kind of slow over here getting the news. That's why a lot of your new old YouTubers go to TikTok for the news. And then they bring it over here and act like they're doing something. Okay? Anyway. Look. They said men are weaponizing food. And I was like, that sounds familiar. I never put it in that terminology, but weaponizing food. So this is my story time. So when I was married, right? Oh, goodness. I think back, like, I was, like, truly superwoman. Show you right. So I literally would work a full-time job, right? and I had a little one at the time. But it was literally 3 little ones, because my ex had 2 come in and out, parenting that way. And so working full time myself, taking care of a little one, right? Full time, and going and finishing up my college education. Okay. So I recall that I knew my schedule for a particular day. And I was like, okay, I went grocery shopping. When you go grocery shopping, especially when you're married, particular things that you like to eat and particular items that your spouse likes to eat. So you get these items. And back then, honey, I was a pop. What was it? Hot Pocket? Oh Lord, I used to love me some Hot Pocket, a particular kind. I ain't like all of them. I think it was the Philadelphia Hot Pocket. Anyway, y'all. So I knew that I was going to go to work and go straight to a college class that night. Okay. But I knew that everything was prepared, because sometimes either I would cook a lot, and so there was leftovers for the meal for the next day, or whatnot, so on and so forth, or they would order out. However, but their meal was set. So my ex and my son, they was cool. I knew I would be coming in late. I was like, that's fine. I'm not going to cook anything they've already eaten. They'll be settled down by the time I get back in from college, because it was a night class. Okay. Remember, I worked full time, went to school at night. And so that particular day on that schedule, I was like, I'm not going to cook. I just go home. I eat my Hot Pockets, because, nobody else ate those particular type of Hot Pockets. Baby, I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Ain't cooking, ain't nothing open. Everything pretty much closed. I get home, long day of work, a long class, tired, about to start the cycle over again. Okay. And I go to the refrigerator, not the refrigerator, the freezer, to pull these Hot Pockets out and warm them up, eat them, so that I could take my shower, whatever, get ready for the next day, go to bed. Hungry, tired. I go to the refrigerator, and lo and behold, there's no Hot Pocket. Now, I'm like, I'm the only one that eats these particular Hot Pockets. Nobody eats these Hot Pockets. Where are my damn Hot Pockets? I'm hungry as hell. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm ready to wind down. All I wanted was some frozen ass Hot Pockets to throw in the microwave and heat up and eat. So I go upstairs. My little one, he sleep already. So I asked my ex, I'm like, where is the Hot Pockets? My Hot Pockets. Because you see, when I went grocery shopping back then, I buy everybody the regular food, the staple foods is what my mom calls it. The beans, the pastas, the yada yada. And then it went on from the staple foods to like the junk foods and snack foods and things of that nature. Your favorite foods. Everybody got what they needed of their favorites to eat. Nobody ate each other's. My son was too young to be talking about what he was going to eat. He got his little favorite little snack stuff, and that was his stuff. My ex-husband as well. So I'm like, I worked a whole 8-hour shift. Went to class for about an hour and some change. I believe it was 2 classes that night, to be exact. And sister dead tired. Okay. And was content with coming home, because I knew they was taken care of. Was content by coming home, eating these Hot Pockets that I was just gonna throw in the microwave, right? So I walked upstairs and I'm like, where's my Hot Pockets? What now he acting crazy. He acting slow. What hot pocket? Don't play with me because I'm tired. Don't play with me. I'm tired. My hot pockets that were in the refrigerator when I left out this house this morning. I planned on eating those hot pockets when I got back home. You see, because I knew I was coming in late. Oh, you wanted those hot pockets? I was on. I went ahead and ate them. I said, you did what? I said, but you had your stuff, that, the stuff that I buy you had that to eat. Well, I had already ate that early this week. I was hungry, so I just ate your hot pockets. You ate my hot pockets. Yeah, I ate your hot pockets. I was hungry. I ate your hot pockets. You mad? You mad? You mad about some hot pockets? At the time, I didn't know anything about narcissism traits, narcissism behavior, none of that. I was young. I was like, yeah, I'm mad about you eating my hot pockets. It's damn near almost 10 o'clock at night. I'm ready to go to bed because this got to start all over again in the morning. I don't feel like cooking. Everything damn near closed. You done set your black ass up. Ate all the stuff that you put on the shopping list that I go by. And you sat there and you good and god doggone well know I eat hot pockets, Philadelphia style hot pockets. You don't eat them. That were my hot pockets. You took your black ass down in that kitchen and ate my hot pockets. I'm mad. Yes, I'm mad. I'm hot. But see, I didn't know about like I told you, about narcissism and the traits that narcissism and the things that narcs do. So went on, I figured out something to eat, probably cooked me some ramen noodles or something, and went on to bed. But this fella, he thought it was funny to, his boys or whatever came over, he on the phone. Yeah, she got mad about a hot pocket, because I ate her hot pocket. Okay, that's my quick story time. So, I'm like, well, maybe I was being a little, you start thinking like that because that's part of narcissistic abuse. You see, so women in 2026, y'all, it was trending in 2025, but in 2026, they still talking about men and they're weaponizing food, and that has been going on for years, but women didn't have the understanding and the knowledge of how narcissists work, how they deprive you of not just food when they know that something is particularly yours. Yes, particularly, I don't care if it's potato chips, y'all. I don't care. They know it's yours. They know that you put that away for you, or you bought that item particularly for you. They know. Your partner, your husband, whomever it may be, because you said, this is mine. I'm buying this for me. You want Cheetos? Okay, I want whatever brand you want. Funyuns or something. I don't know. But they will take and eat up all of their stuff and then proceed to eat your stuff. They won't eat it while you're there, or they won't eat it in your presence. They will sneak and eat it all. And so women are tired. They don't even want y'all around. Women say, you know what? We sick of y'all. Y'all try to just eat everything, and think that it's okay. To be okay with, you eating everything. Listen to this report.
So the ladies over in the 4B movement subreddit are also talking about men weaponizing food. They shared my homie's TikTok. This is YV Edit in her TikTok. If you're on TikTok, go ahead and check her out. And she is over on YouTube as well. So she says, my best friend sent me this TikTok, and it opened up a new discussion for us about the way men treat food, and by extension, everything as theirs to consume. Everything as theirs to consume. All right. We both witness it in our own homes and personal relationships, where men who eat the majority of the groceries women buy will simply devour the meals we cook and still expect us to replace, soothe, and serve. Is it really 50-50 if you're only eating a small fraction of the groceries you buy for the household? This goes beyond he just eats a lot. He's a man with a big appetite. A boy's got to eat. No, it's simply male entitlement. It's this patriarchal script that says men's hunger, whether for food, attention, power, or comfort, is completely normal, while women's labor and resources exist only to feed it. My ex would devour almost everything in our home. I once spent 3 hours making pasticcio. No idea what pasticcio is, and if I'm even saying it correctly. My bad if I'm not. Making pasticcio from scratch and only got to eat a small square from the 9x9 baking dish I made it in. I came home from classes the next day to discover the dirty pan in the sink with no pasticcio left over. My ex's excuse was sorry. It was just so delicious. So delicious that he had to eat the entire thing and not once consider I'd probably be hungry and looking forward to eating dinner after a full day of classes. I haven't made pasticcio again since then. Another occurrence was when I had ordered 2 extra large pizzas for dinner. I ate 1 slice and put the rest away. I came home from work the next day to find he had eaten all of the pizza, leaving me only 1 measly slice. His reasoning, I got hungry, so I ate. There was no offer to cook dinner either. I loved cooking so much, but I became resentful because cooking became a chore. I was no longer doing it out of love because he turned it into an expectation. My friend and her mom experienced the same thing in their own home, where her mom would make a meal that was meant to last 3 days, just for her stepdad to inhale it all in one sitting. After he was kicked out, they noticed how their grocery bills drastically decreased. The pattern is the same across every context. They consume without restraint. They center their discomfort of feeling overstuffed afterward, and they expect women to absorb the fallout. When we call it out, we're crazy or nagging, controlling, or making a big deal over food. Because in a patriarchal system, men's overconsumption isn't seen as selfish. It's strong, oh so masculine. Meanwhile, us women are taught to portion ourselves. That means smaller servings, staying quiet, and taking up as little space as possible so the big, strong man can fill it. The issue is clearly bigger than food. It's about men hoarding resources. Men are taught that everything around them exists for their use, even the last slice of pizza. They call themselves protectors and providers, yet they take food from the mouths of their wives and children. They gorge on what women create, then gaslight us into thinking we're ungrateful for being upset by their gluttony. We can't keep pretending it's a harmless, funny, quirky man thing. It's not just his appetite. It's greed, control, and manipulation. It's the everyday face of patriarchal consumption where they continuously take until there's nothing left for anyone else. I also think about it as colonizing us, colonizing our resources. We go out and do the work, or we're in the home during the work, and they get to come in and do what they will because that is their will, and we are supposed to bow down to their will. And we need to continue to have this conversation. And this is the reason why, we're saying stuff like, just say no to homosexuals, just say no to the pest that wants to nest and rest. These are the people that will attach to you and suck you dry, metaphorically and like literally. They will suck you dry of your time, energy, and resources just because they want to. And you have got to detach the parasites in every sense of the word, because this is the reason why some women become a husk, a shell of themselves, being in these relationships where they are being colonized by these men who think that they are entitled to everything. One thing that I haven't seen is like diet culture and how women are expected to stay extra petite and skinny and this kind of thing. How like some men control what women eat, like they will go into a restaurant and order their food, or they'll be like, do you really want that hamburger? Maybe you should have a salad. I think that there are definitely different conversations and different ways that we can take this and just apply the weaponization and the control and domination that they use surrounding food. But you can join the conversation and let me know what ideas you might have seen so that we can prepare ourselves to not allow a parasite to attach to us and suck us dry of our time, energy, and resources in any capacity, because it does take time and energy to keep trying to exercise or just starve yourself to fit into this standard of beauty that was created by men. And that's just another way it keeps us on this hamster wheel, trying to meet their expectations. All right, let's do a few of these comments. Azure Bold says, there were posts I was reading on Reddit and Instagram a couple of months ago that were bothersome. Men were basically saying that they should get to eat whatever their wife cooks first because they're the head of the household. So they get to eat first, and then their kids and wife get to eat after that. Normally, most moms would obviously let their growing kids eat first and then eat whatever leftovers are available. It made me so uncomfortable because imagine depriving your own kids and life partner of food because of your inflated narcissistic sense of self-importance. You didn't even cook the food, nor provide anything needed to cook said food. I think this is also prolific in traditional households. I come from a very traditional Asian household where males are waited on hand and foot. The gluttony is disgusting. I see them gorge themselves full with little to nothing left for anyone else. They do this young to old. It's disgusting, and I feel bad for the older women because they seem to normalize it and end up eating nothing. Critical Adeptness says, I once went to a Bangladeshi man's birthday party for his daughter. His wife has slaved literally all day preparing traditional and really delicious food for everyone, at least a dozen guests, and she had to sit there and wait until he and all the guests had finished eating for her to partake in the food she effing made. Azure Bold says, is actually so ridiculous it's unreal. How self-centered do you have to be to not see the person who worked hard to make this happen not partake in it? Lavishness Fun says, it's insane. She made the food. She should be the first one to enjoy it. That would objectively be true in any other situation. I'll end with Jin Jungle saying, my last ex that I lived with was Filipino. We're in the U.S. He became abusive several months after I moved in with him. I'd known him for 3 years as a friend and had been dating for a year with zero signs that he felt this way. My kids were younger at the time. I remember one night I'd finished up from working all day. He used to say my work wasn't real since I worked from home, despite me earning double what he did. Kids were being whiny at the table, so I plated and served them first while finishing his special steak. He got up and locked himself in the bedroom and refused to tell me what the hell he was so angry about. A few hours later, he finally said it was because he expected to be served first in his home, that I constantly disrespected him as the man of the house. God, it was such a mind F. So much more BS happened with him over the months between me realizing he was a piece of garbage and being able to move into a house I purchased without his knowledge. The worst part is we live in a small town where he's well known and well liked. When I left him, everyone turned their backs on me and I lost a few friends I had made. Being locked into this area is one of the most depressing things I've had to deal with. Treated like a pariah since he spun a story I used him to save money to buy the place. In reality, he was making me cover 80% of the household bills. Can't move away since my ex-husband demanded in our divorce. I have location restrictions placed on me despite the fact that he's in the military and lives on the opposite side of the country. Like being in prison, all signed and approved by the family court system. Please take my tale as a warning of what can happen when we believe the lies of men. And that's the thing that I was just talking about early on. When you are spending your money on food and on everything else, it does kind of control you. It limits what you can do. And women spend the majority of our money in our homes. All right, y'all. If you have any stories around food, please go ahead and drop it. Join.
So you heard the article. And I'm gonna bring up some more videos, to back this story. And women are just like, men have it in their heads that they want this traditional, life of being served first and, getting the largest piece of chicken and yada, yada, yada. But then they go and eat up all the majority of the food, right? Yeah, excuse me. Hold on. Let me sip this tea. Okay. And hold on. I wasn't coughing at first. It must be a demon washing me. Okay. I don't know. Y'all give me a minute. That's odd. Indeed. So men want this traditional, I'm the man. I'm supposed to be the protector. I am, I'm not the breadwinner because I want you to have 50-50. But I want to eat up all the meat. And then you got some men that say, I'm not with this, that traditional. I don't want to bring roses to you. I want to take you out to dinner. Why don't you just cook at your house? And I'll come over, come over and eat up all the food. And this, I'm not being funny. I truly am not. I'm trying to let you know what's going on. People just putting it out on the internet for everybody to see. I mean, they record these men, and men know half of the homes have cameras in them. Y'all, let me get myself together. Let me let y'all look at another video. Okay, these men is tripping. Look at this.
Please don't tell me that you sat and ate all that food.
What was I supposed to do? That's what it's there for. That's what it's there for.
You don't sit and eat all that food. You don't eat that stuff for yourself. What do you be doing? You that damn selfish?
That had nothing to do with being selfish.
Okay, where's my plate at then?
What plate? I didn't know you wanted
Where's
that.
my food?
You ain't never said nothing to me.
Here you go with this. Why would I be saying something if I was upstairs clearly asleep?
It doesn't matter.
It do matter. What you mean it doesn't matter? It do matter.
Then what do you want me to do?
Why would I be sitting there all big? I wake up in the night. I didn't even know you was even cooking until I woke up and smelled the aroma. Otherwise, I didn't even know you was cooking. I was tired. Shit.
Well, I see what I got left over.
Dude really sat and ate all this damn food. It ain't no way in hell.
That's what it's there for. You sitting here ate all of that food. That wasn't even that much food. If you look at it,
you ate 2 damn steaks, more like it was. You have a steak right there. You ate the other steak?
Who cares? It's food.
I care. What you mean? Who cares?
It's food. That's what it's there for, to get ate.
Yeah, but you don't sit and eat all the stuff up. You supposed to save me some. So nobody have to tell you like you a little kid. Don't start this shit. The stuff don't be making no sense. Then you ate all the damn eggs.
You basically trying to
how many
You basically trying to be
You ate 5 cinnamon rolls?
Like I said, you trying to be mad. You
That's
ain't
not
even
good.
all that hungry.
I am hungry. Where's the food at? I'm hungry. Yes, I am hungry. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying anything. And then you ate a whole pan of bacon. You ate a whole pan of bacon, 2 steak or a steak, and you on your second steak, you ate 4 cinnamon rolls, and then a whole pan of eggs.
These dishes funny. But honey, I got something for you. I'll make you some breakfast.
There you go. You must take me for a joke or something. You take me for a joke?
I'm not
Or
joking.
you take me for a joke?
I'm being honest.
Why would you be having you a plate and then get me a bowl of cereal.
Because you said that you hungry and
I don't even eat cereal like that.
Well, shit, that's you. If you want, if that means you ain't hungry enough.
What you moving over there for?
Because I'm about to enjoy my meal.
It looked like you already enjoyed it. You done now?
I'm not done. I'm still finishing up. Ooh.
That's right, y'all. This man, this was her fiance. Cook breakfast. You know breakfast. You know when you're in the bed, if you the last one to get up, and most of the time it's the woman and got up and in the kitchen and cooking some nice breakfast. You smell them eggs frying. You smell the pancakes are flipping. You laying there. You finally get on out the bed. Most of the time, it's the women in the kitchen cooking, right? This was a reverse situation where the man got up. No, this is fiance. Lord, red flag on the doggone play. Red flag, okay? He knows she smelled this food cooking. He got up, ate all the meat, all the eggs, right? He got up and ate all the what else what he make? Honey buns, cinnamon rolls, ate the whole pack. Ain't leave her nothing. Talking about, you hungry? I ain't know you was hungry. How I'm supposed to know you hungry? It's morning time, right? It is morning time, right? I believe all of our stomachs is on empty in the morning time. Hold on. This her fiance, y'all. So she's like, well, what am I supposed to eat? Now, he obviously she's staying over his house. They getting ready to get married, right? And so he gonna get down some cold cereal and some milk out the Frigidaire and put on tape. Baby, take the ring off, sister. Take the ring off. Put it on the counter and walk out the door. Sister, I hope that sister didn't marry him. That's a huge red flag. He telling her how she getting ready to get treated. You understand? These men are weaponizing food. I'm not here just to talk about it. I'm here to show you with proof. And women are sick of it. Okay?
What are you eating?
Chicken.
Okay, well, some of that man, babe, because listen, I've been hungry all day.
And you have mozzarella sticks in that.
Babe, but look how much chicken you have. So I really can't have any of that, babe. That's here. I'm supposed to sit here and watch you eat. Yeah, but that's not enough for me, babe. You know, it's not though, because I didn't even eat yesterday.
Can we say sad? Can we say it to get sad? Pitiful. He eyeballing her food. He got a stack of empty plates to the left side, right side of him. He got the camera out, y'all. Like he really about to expose her. He got the camera out. Like he's about to expose her for being selfish. Like she wouldn't share her food with him. After he greedily ate down whatever he had on them stack of empty plates, he got his camera out. Like he about to expose this woman across from him, maybe his wife, whomever. I can't have some of your food. The women are calling it, they're saying the men are out here weaponizing food. Want them to be hungry. Now I do, this has been going on for a long time, y'all, long time, because I do remember when I was coming up, dating and stuff, men wanted to go take you to a restaurant, right? And expected you to order a salad. Mm-hmm. They can order, a New York strip steak salad, some, oven roasted potatoes and onions, and have just a lovely meal. But back in my day, they expected you as a woman to order a salad. They didn't think women ate, I guess. I don't know. It's been going on a long time, but this is coming out. It's getting worse. And women is fed up about it. They done. You seen a man sit there trying to oust this woman. Like the woman was doing something wrong by eating her food. Her one plate of food. And she said, no, you can't handle this. No, matter of fact, look at what you got sitting in front of you. This food. Gonna pan the camera down in front of him. And he got food still sitting on his plate. Greedy as hell. Greedy as hell. I'm not done with you. I'm going to show you more than I can tell you why these women are saying, these men out here weaponizing food and thinking we supposed to be happy about it. We are not happy about it. Let me see if I can get one more up for you. Let me see if this, let me see if this is the one.
This is why so many restaurants are so corrupt. Well, in California, Keith Lee made a detour to the infamous Destination Barbecue for a food review. As a reminder,
not it. That's not it. We're gonna talk. That's gonna be the end story. Okay, let me get the other video. I may have played all of them for you. Hold on. You know, I told you I'm catching up. I've been gone for a minute. I gotta catch up, y'all. Let me see. Okay. I'm thinking this might be it, but this might be. We'll see. Let's check it.
They don't have a warrant.
They said they'll get one.
They said they'll get one.
Okay, if they get one, then they're gonna break the door down.
That's fine, but I don't want to open the door if they don't have a warrant. Because this was my DoorDash lady. I don't even know the lady. She just ran to my house.
Own it. I had that video loaded for y'all. That was early. I should have showed y'all that. I probably do that on the recap. That was about ICE breaking into the young lady's house. I forgot I had that loaded. So anyway, we're gonna hear about a man giving an excuse for men eating all these women's food up. So you could be hungry. You're a woman. Ain't you supposed to stay skinny and fit and starving? Eat a salad. Why eat this, New York steak, this New York strip? Let's see what this man has to say. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more over here. Let's see what this woman says.
I just got off a 12-hour shift. I was so tired, but I came home and cooked enough noodles for 2 days so I wouldn't have to do this again tomorrow. And he sat here and ate all of it, just to spite me. There's barely anything left in that pan. He knows I don't have time.
A narcissist will make your life as miserable and as difficult as possible. Why? Because they are sadistic and then they cannot stand to see you in peace. Let's say you work a 12-hour shift and you prepare meals in advance. What will they do? They spoil it all because they cannot see you stable. They have to ruin your peace. They have to make you work extra hard. It's very unfair in their head that you come home, rest, take a shower, sleep. No. You come home, you cook for them. They deserve freshly cooked food because entitlement, grandiosity, and you have to show up. Why? Well, that's why they married you. Unpaid labor. You are nothing but a cook, a maid, a cleaner, like I have said before, and they own you. That is how they cause you the biggest harm. They steal away your energy like a vampire drinks blood.
I just got off a 12-hour shift.
They drain you. You heard the doctor. You heard the psychologist. They drain you like a vampire drinks blood. Baby, let's hear this man's excuse.
So I'm making this video to explain to you why this happens, right? Because me and my wife find ourselves in this predicament all the time, and it usually ends with her getting mad at me for eating food in my own damn house that I 9 times out of 10 help pay for.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pause for the cause. I don't know if y'all heard that. He said 9 times out of 10 he helped pay for it. 9 times out of 10. Well, that's 1 time out of the 10 times she's paying. Let's continue.
Do to resolve it, because I know women don't like to be told what to do. But I at least can give you the answers in hopes that you can come to that conclusion on your own. All right, cool. The first thing you got to understand, right, is that men eat more than women in general. The reason for this is because men in general are bigger than women, and in some cases by a large amount, because again, y'all want all these dudes at 6 foot plus and built like football players, right? Well, this is the result of that. Bigger guy equals bigger appetite, and that only goes up, right, if he is physically active or has a physically intensive job. It's that simple. Now, I recognize that some men are walking around here big back and big boned as hell, right? And that's an issue in and of itself, right? But in general, men eat more than women. I'm a big analogy guy, right? So I'm going to explain this to you using an analogy you would understand, right? Most women, and this is not an insult, I promise you, most women are Toyota Corollas, right? If I was trying to insult you, I would say Sentra. But anyway, I digress. V4 engine with a compact body. Don't really take much gas to run that, right? That's why they're so affordable.
I know what he wanted to come up with, an analogy. It was either going to be a sports analogy or a car analogy. You remind me of my car. Who was that? You remind me, who sung that song? I want to ride. You remind. It's either going to be a sports analogy or a damn car analogy. But anyway, let's continue.
And again, this is not an insult. Corollas are great cars. They're going to last you a lifetime. Very low maintenance for works. Trust me, I'm not even trying to insult y'all. What did it take to fill up a Corolla, right? I want to say maybe $20, $25. Easy. And that's with gas at $3 a gallon. Back in the day, that shit used to cost you $15 maximum. The average man, in comparison, however, got that V6 engine, 6-cylinder. So sticking with the Toyota analogy, that's the V6 Camry. Bigger body, bigger engine, needs more fuel, right? It probably take $40 to fill that thing up, if not $50 with modern times. Now, here's the kicker, though, right?
What's the kicker?
Most women, when they're searching out for a man, they want that man that's 6 foot plus, big body, muscular. They want men so big and strong that they feel dainty just standing next to it, right? That's what y'all want. That's what I hear on TikTok all the time, right? I want to feel safe. The comparison to those men are Toyota Tundras. V8 engine. Big, massive body, powerful, strong, and needs a fuck ton of gas. Y'all have essentially copped Toyota Tundras, F-150s, Raptors, Expedition with the giant wheels and got them lifted, right? And y'all are complaining about putting gas in that car. It's hilarious, bro. It really is. Let's take me, for example, right? I'm 6'1", 280 solid ass pounds, bro. And I lift weights 5 days a week. And I'm not talking no itty bitty weight neither. Now I'm in that bitch moving like Franklin said. I'm moving big weight. So of course my appetite would be bigger. Of course I would need more food because I'm a bigger guy. My wife is 5'4", and when she cooks, she always complains. This food was supposed to last us a week, and I knew in my head when it came off the stove that it wouldn't. Listen, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, right? But I think the solution here should be obvious. Now, how you want to go about it, that's on you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But please understand, if you got a big guy, he needs a lot of fuel. So don't get on his case for going after what he needs. That's all I'm saying.
Shut it up. Shut it completely up. First of all, see, this is the problem here. Men, stop using damn car analogies when it comes to women. Okay, trying to make a point. Stop using football sports analogies when it comes to trying to make a point. When it comes to women, you need to realize we are made in the Most High's image as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got blood circulating through our bodies. We need nourishment too, sir. We not no damn car. Okay, you see, this is the problem. Men, y'all need to understand that women, we have to burn up fuel. You want to use that car now, right? We need substance as well. The problem ain't that. The problem is you're inconsiderate. You're inconsiderate. You don't have ways about taking care of your family, because if you did, first of all, he doing the 50-50 or 9 times out of 10 or whatever. So the woman helped bringing in the money to help this household, right? So if the woman is helping the household, your big back burry ass, no, you need 2 incomes for that household, that one household, right? So your wife who is working and bring hot tide behind home and cook for you this big back that just got through talking. Bring hot tide behind home. Cook a meal that she knows she already know your big behind like to eat. You already said you're 6-something. You're a big boy. He's a big boy. She already know you like to eat. That's why she portioned out enough food that was going to sustain that night and some leftovers. Right? Because you know your big tail like to eat. This man acting like he brand new. Like he can get just over, you know, just because I'm the man. I'm super tired. I feel like I can just go in and just devour the whole entire pasta plates. When he know that any other night or any other time when your wife comes in and brings out that big ass pasta pot, put it on the stove and pour all them damn. Let me tell you something. I come from a family who my mom cooked big meals. It was hard for me to downsize to cook small meals because you know gritty guts is in the house. You know you got gritty guts in the house. So, sir, this man right here done got me hot. Talking about, you know, you got to feed me because I'm the man. You know, I eat more. You know, you wanted a 6'4", 270 pounds. You wanted all of this here. You wanted this protection. Boy, you can't even go chase the man that done broke in the house. You got to go find a pew-pew. I can do that my doggone self. I can find a pew-pew. My doggone self. Matter of fact, I probably can find it faster than you can because I'm more organized because you throw stuff everywhere. You know. Anyway, let me calm down because he done got me hot. Woo! Look here. Your wife or whomever it may be. Hold on, y'all. Whomever it may be cooks a big old sheet pan full of pasta. You know you ain't supposed to eat all that in one setting, but they do it. They do it. Anyway, we're going to keep it going. Let me see. I thought I had one more. Hold on. I think that might be it. Y'all hold tight. We got one more story I want to cover before I get out of here. Okay, hold on. So women are complaining about, hey, look here, guys. You want it, you want it, you want it your way, and it's not working out. You're eating all the damn food up, and then expect us to be hungry. Did I play the one? Hold on. I'll probably let y'all just listen to it, and I'll talk about it. This one was on a date. And this person, she went on a date with, he wanted to eat her food off her plate. Wait a minute. This is a date. I hope I can find it. I hope I can find it. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Y'all listen to this.
Why do you keep taking the sushi off my plate? Okay, but that doesn't mean you could just take food off my plate. If you wanted that, you could have just ordered it. Or you could have even asked.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Relax.
What? You couldn't just ask, though? Like, you don't think that's rude?
I mean, I thought we would be sharing.
But, like, when was that communicated that we would be sharing?
We definitely communicated that.
When did we communicate that?
I mean, if it's sushi, I mean, it's just a public knowledge thing that we're just going to share sushi.
It's a public knowledge thing that sushi is shared?
I mean, yeah, like...
What?
You know, I mean, at least from, like, you know, previous days I've been on.
What? Okay, but you gotta communicate that. No! No! No, I'm not sharing food with somebody I just met? Like, that's crazy.
Just met him.
I don't want to take some of yours. That's gross. I don't. What? If yours hits harder, then why are you taking mine? Okay, but that's like the third roll that you've taken. It's not the third roll. That's like the third piece of sushi you've taken from me.
And then he trying to gaslight her. She's sitting there. She got her camera out, a low key, you know. She got a camera out like this, like she filming her food, you know. But she actually filming him. He just stayed taking food. They on a date. They don't know each other. They're getting to know each other. Okay? He just started taking food like they've been lovers. Let's go.
You're stretching.
I'm not stretching.
You said it was the third row. You think it's the third row?
The third piece. Like, what? Oh my God, bro. You're not getting the second date. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. We can split the bill. I'm not doing this with you.
Why are you like crashing out right now?
I'm not even crashing out, bro. You're crazy.
And these men always they quick to say you crashing out because you speak up. You speak your mind. Oh, you crashing out. Let me let y'all see this. I'm gonna let y'all see because I don't want y'all to think this is not a skit. This is what happened. Let me run it back. Hold on.
Why do you keep taking the sushi off my plate? Okay, but that doesn't mean you could just take food off my plate. If you wanted that, you could have just ordered it. Or you could have even asked.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Relax.
You couldn't just ask though? Like, you don't think that's rude?
I mean, I thought we would be sharing.
But, like, when was that communicated that we would be sharing?
We definitely communicated that.
When did we communicate that?
I mean, if it's sushi, I mean, it's just a public knowledge thing that we're just going to share sushi.
It's a public knowledge thing that sushi is shared?
I mean, yeah, like...
What?
You know, I mean, at least from, like, you know, previous days I've been on, like,
what? Okay, but you gotta communicate that. No! No, I'm not sharing food with somebody I just met. Like, that's crazy. I don't want to take some of yours. That's gross. I don't. What? If yours hits harder, then why are you taking mine? Okay, but that's like the third roll that you've taken.
It's not the third roll.
That's like the third piece of sushi you've taken from me.
Now you're stretching.
I'm not stretching it.
You said it was the third row. You think it's the third row? Right,
the third piece. Like, what? Oh my God, bro. You're not getting the second date. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. We can split the bill. I'm not doing this with you.
Why are you like crashing out right now?
I'm not even crashing out, bro. You're crazy.
Okay. Pause for the cause. So this guy took this woman out on a date, and he felt it was perfectly okay for him to just start reaching over with his chopsticks, you know, they go in his mouth. Reach over and begin to just start eating her sushi roll. Didn't say, do you mind if I try? You know, like to, you know, we could taste each other's or whatever. You know, no courtesy, no common courtesy. Because no, she don't deserve it because she's a woman. I'm just gonna start taking and eating your food. So these women are dropping these videos talking about, you know what? This is another reason why we don't want to date men. We don't want to be around men. We don't want you. We don't want you. Food insecurity. I mean, not food insecurity. Food, weaponizing the food, y'all. They weaponizing the food. They think that they should get women should pay 50-50. And on top of that 50-50 in the relationship, that, hey, I can eat everything, eat all the food you cook that you done, brought up into your house. Cooked it dinner because half the time some of them don't want to take you out nowhere. You know, they don't want to take you out. They don't want to take you. They don't want to spend no money. But they, go ahead. I give you maybe $10. We eat at your house. And come and eat. You nice enough to cook. Cook a nice little spread. You go to the bathroom. This nigga done ate all the damn food. You ain't even get a chance to sit down at the table. It's a hot mess, y'all. It's a hot mess what's going on. So that's another, we'll revisit this again regarding women and why they are not wanting to date. They're pretty much going on into this B3 movement. right? Okay, so let's go on to the next topic. Closing topic on my list today is Mr. Tenderism. Now, if a lot of you guys, if you're only on one platform for most of your social media, adventures, you may not have heard about Mr. Tenderism and Destination Smokehouse or something like that. Okay, so there is a black man, Unc, and he went viral like around Christmas time, or probably a little bit before Christmas time. He went viral because people were coming into the restaurant, or one way or the other. A video got out to where he was reviewing the dog on food there, and he was like, "This is it's tender." And he would shake the whatever rib or the head, whatever it was, and the meat just fell off the bone. He just, he have his glasses on, y'all. He be shaking the meat, and he's like, "Hey, tenderism," and throw his glasses and all of that, So he became really liked across social media. I believe people have heard about him on Facebook, maybe Instagram. Maybe YouTube, I'm not sure. But anyway, so he's very popular, right? And so everything's tenderism. Everybody has even taken the tenderism saying to another level. So like women can wrap their hair and let their hair fall from being wrapped, and it just, how wrap comes and it just falls, and they be like tenderism, so that word, we can make some words up. They like to say we speak Ebonics. They even took that one and tried to change it and say it's something else, AP or whatever. Back in my day, they called it Ebonics. But we always making up words. That's just us. We're culturally rich like that. And so everybody was jumping on this bandwagon, right? Hold on, y'all. Everybody was jumping on the tenderism bandwagon. And so if you don't know who Keith Lee is, your head is in the sand. Your head is in the sand. And I have a quick story time regarding tenderism and cultural awareness and social media, because by me working in social and media, mass media for several years, I just got to put my 2 cents into this whole discussion about tenderism and what happened when Keith Lee, he went to visit Destination Smokehouse. Okay, so let me bring up the video and then we're going to talk about it. So I just wanted to give you guys a backstory a little bit. So let me bring this up. So this should be it right here.
This is why so many restaurants are so corrupt. While in California, Keith Lee made a detour to the infamous Destination Barbecue for a food review. As a reminder, this is the restaurant that gained fame after being promoted by a black man. Tender Meatism, that North Carolina place where they toss their glasses every time meat falls off the bone. While Keith didn't love everything, he tasted like the macaroni and cheese. He did enjoy the meat and ultimately gave the restaurant a positive review. Keith Lee even attempted to approach North Carolina for a tip, but failed. Tenderly's not only had security personnel stationed nearby, making direct conversation difficult, but the owner was actually recording a podcast when Keith approached. When he tried to hand the money to the person he was speaking with so they could give it to UNC later, they informed him they couldn't hold the money for UNC. So Keith took the money and distributed it to other members of the community. After the video went viral on social media, the restaurant owner responded,
"If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out to him, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful. From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that as popular as people can be on social media, people don't know everybody."
I know Ankas is upset about missing out on that tip, but honestly, at this point, there's not much left to clarify. That said, I do know people care about NCAS's situation, especially after learning that while he was used for promotional content, he doesn't actually own the rest.
Okay, so just so that you all can know what is going on. And you know, if you don't know now, you know who Keith Lee is. Keith Lee is a food critic that really had gained a lot of popularity on YouTube, not YouTube, on TikTok. And so he has about, I don't know, probably 3 million followers or so by now. And so he said he wanted to go to the restaurant and, you know, do a food review. But his way of doing the food reviews, you won't know he's at the restaurant. Most of the time he sends his family members in first because he wants a true food review. So cool, not a problem. The thing is, people have been saying that they felt that, Tenderism, Mr. Tenderism, was being kind of being used and wasn't getting paid for all of his works and things of that nature. People just was like, something just not right about. They were getting funny vibes about the restaurant, and then they found out because they thought Unc was the owner of the restaurant, right? But he isn't. So this white guy, comes out, and now he's I'm the owner. We're close. Yada yada yada. The thing is, after Keith went to the restaurant and he said, "Okay, well, I want to give 5,000 to Unc. I want to give him a tip of 5,000," but Unc is surrounded by these bodyguards, which is okay. He's an older guy. We get that. He probably needs protection, but people are saying it seems like the owner, the white guy, is keeping Unc or potential prospects away from Unc, trying to keep him to himself because that he's the face. Unc is the face. Unc is why the restaurant is booming. Unc is why people are flocking to this restaurant. Hold on, y'all. Okay. And hold on. And so the bodyguards, Keith approached and he said he saw him, but the rest one of the bodyguards said, nah, I can't give this money to, I can't hold it, I can't give it. So Keith was like, fine, he just passed out the money to the patrons that were at the restaurant, and Keith has gone on about his way. So a day later, Unc and the owner of the restaurant, they came on, and the owner of the restaurant, which is the white guy, let's not forget, this is very important because people are tired of, destiny swapping. Oh, and the place is Destiny Smokehouse Destination. Ooh, but the owner is starting to phase Unc out of the videos, and he wants more of the spotlight now, the white guy. And so people are like, we ain't never seen this white guy. We're not here for this, the owner. And the owner came on and had Unc sitting beside him, but Unc didn't say anything with this interview. And he was like, the white guy was doing most of the talking, y'all. And he was like, well, if Keith Lee comes back, we could do it better. And that it's not about being staged for Keith Lee. His doggone reviews and things of that matter are not staged. You get what I'm saying? They are to be natural. Okay. And so I believe he had an interview with one of a podcaster off of YouTube, Willie G. And I believe I have that video for you all. So I'm gonna let y'all look at that really quick. Let's see if I still have it up here. Next time I'm gonna have to label these these videos. I put so many in the queue. We'll just listen to it because I don't want to bring up the wrong video. We're going to listen to it. This is the interview with the owner.
In a Destination Smokehouse. Is that something that you can share? Everybody's business ain't nobody's business. But this is how I'm telling you that. It's my business. It's whatever. It's Nick's business. That sharing your business, all of this here, we just have Destination One in the nation. We on one kick. I can't get all sharing personal, how much money or this and that. I'm thinking, okay, we cut this through the chase. He's not taking advantage of me. We're going to be here until the end. I'm talking about not that F-R-I-E-N-D, the E-N-D part. See, people get that friend, that F-R-I part, but that N, that E-N-D, they don't have that no more. They don't have it no more, nowhere. So let's get it right. Just you can't find tender deals from nowhere. Get it right, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the other side do too. So y'all need just come on, let's come together. Cause that negativity, I can't do around. I'm telling you, I'm to the Indian, Fred. At the question. E-N-D part. Now, can you understand now? I'm going to explain those something.
Out of respect to Wall, I know where he's coming from. When we first started doing this, he didn't want to get on camera. He's private, he's old school. To him, getting on any type of camera is crazy, like any kind, let alone one you can shoot to the internet in 10 seconds. So once we started seeing that we could do something positive with this, going back to like 2021, we just looked back 245 weeks ago, whatever that works out to be. We posted something, that wasn't even the first video, but it was just him and I having fun. And I understand as much as I can without not growing up with the same experience, but I understand what you're saying about black and white relations. I don't pretend to understand it from either side, but I do know that when he and I are together, it's never better than when we're apart. What he's added to the business has been huge, and it's very visible to a lot of people. But then at the end of the day, it shortchanges so many other people who built this business, including this guy, who when I met him had absolutely zero. Everybody thinks I'm like the money man. I'm the opposite of that. I came into a business that was losing money that I took over for my family just because I had no other prospects. And that's a whole other thing. Like he said, I don't want to go on all the details or where I started, but when this business was nothing, and he and I came together a year after I took it over and started with the idea of barbecue, neither one of us thought we were going to be running Destination Smokehouse. We were Destination Coffee Bar, trying to sell a little bit of ribs and a little bit of chicken just to get people to come in and try out the rest of the restaurant. It was never a plan. He and I would look at each other and laugh. We have 1,000 gallon, actually 1150s, 1,000-gallon smokers out back. We started on 2 little char grillers. Some you can go buy in a store. And we've had ups and downs. That's why we can call each other brothers. You don't think there's friction when a guy who's just a few years older than me, who's been cooking barbecue his whole life, finds out that this guy took it on his own to want to learn Texas-style barbecue, and we butted heads. It's a real thing. And as far as ownership goes, as much as I'll say, because I'm going to respect Walt's privacy, Walt is definitely a part of this business. He is not an employee. I would be safe to say that the finances that we have both been able to increase into our bank account since we've been here has been something great for both of us. But talking numbers, talking any of that, I just don't think that's professional. I mean, we're not professional athletes or our agents are putting our contracts out there. This is a business. We're real people, and we just don't think that's for the public. But the funniest thing was, too, someone like Walt even said it. If anybody really knows Walt, it's an insult to think that he would be taken advantage of by anybody, especially by this guy. The white man. I'm younger than him. He's got so much life experience. Someone sit and talk with him for 10 minutes one-on-one, which they do when they come here. There's no question anymore.
You know, he trying to say Walt has so much life experience, but he didn't know much about the internet. So miss me with that. Anyway, let's go.
But I do understand. We just met somebody in Texas, and at first she was trying to explain a business deal to us, and she had her back to me. She wouldn't even I was sitting next to her, and her back was like this. I was like, okay, I see what this is. And then we started talking a little bit more, and she mentioned something, like she's very polite, but she's like, you should not insert yourself in issues that don't concern you. And I said, well, this is about my business and something that, destination we created a long time ago. And they're actually talking about me, and it's affecting our business. People are coming in here and eating food a lot, like 100 plus, eating it all, and then again complaining and wanting their money back. We've had people leave the store with to-go orders after they ate in the restaurant, calling the next day saying, we didn't like anything, we want our money back. Or yelling when they find out that he's not the owner. This is a happy place. I don't know if you're able to see the way we're set up. You can't see it. See, I wanted you to be able to see the restaurant. This place is for people of every under the rainbow. This is for everybody.
Nick, what do you do when people eat the food, all the food up, or most of the food up, and then say, I want a refund? Because I'm gonna tell you here with me, I ain't getting shit back. I'm not getting them. They get on my store right now. I feel like you're taking food out of my pocket, taking food off my face.
Straight crowd type.
Yeah, I think that the reason why so many people are interested in your story is because you do remind people of that uncle, that grandfather, that guy that's down to earth and who's touchable, right? And
so this is the thing. Okay, Mr. Tendenism, Walt, who has basically become the face of Destination Smokehouse. People feel deceived, right? So of course you're gonna have people come in. The draw is Walt. Okay, he became trending on TikTok and social media. So people are coming to see Walt, to see the food, to taste the food. And some people are going to be upset when they find out that he's not an owner. And then Black people want to know that, listen up, Nick, owner Nick. Black people want to know, because this is an older man, what is going on? Is he set? Is he financially okay? Okay, so hold on, y'all. Okay. Is he financially okay? Because you're going viral every time he goes and does a video. They go viral, okay? And then all of these other content creators are coming to the restaurant and they want to do content with Walt, not with Nick, with Walt. But Nick is all in the video. Nick is now, after all this and it's nothing just because of Keith Lee. Keith Lee just gave an honest review, wanted to give Uncle Tendenism $5,000, but it just seems like they keep blocking his blessings. They keep blocking him from connecting with other content creators, right? And this is the thing with Nick. When I was listening to this interview that we're listening to right now, when Nick was like, we didn't know who somebody would have known who Keith Lee was if you had the right folks in place. You see, with them growing as fast as they did, okay, they've been doing this for a while, but they didn't start getting hot. They didn't start getting people to see them and view them until Mr. Tendenism came on. The Unk came on and started shaking the meat off of the bone and throwing his glasses, and people could relate. Black folk could relate to that, could relate to him as Unk, and they start calling him Unk Tendenism, right? Nick, the owner, is on this Willie D interview trying to say, just because you become social media famous or whatever, and he's talking about Keith Lee, and that doesn't mean everybody's going to know who you are, which is true, which is very much true. But sir, coming from out of the working in mass media myself, that's why you put people in play. That's why you put you hire a social media person to run your social media platform and to know your business. And your business is cooking. Your business is food. Okay. So if your business is food, Nick, I'm talking to you, Nick, since you want to try to downplay Keith Lee. If your business is food, and we don't know everybody, but you should know your lane. And by you being white, I'm sorry, not knowing, the connection in the black atmosphere. Okay, you had missed a great opportunity to just skyrocket your business with the connection with Keith Lee. But by you having bodyguards around who didn't even know who Keith Lee was, you didn't even have a social media personnel on deck, on board. You can hire all these bodyguards. Maybe you need to fire one of them bodyguards and hire you a social media marketer. Okay? Because they would have known that your business is food. They would have known who is the hottest food critics, who are the food critics on social media, right? And I guarantee if you would have hired a social media person that's connected in the food and in the culture, y'all wouldn't have missed that opportunity, baby. Y'all wouldn't have missed that opportunity, and you wouldn't have been on Willie D's podcast right now trying to put down. We know shade when we see it, Nick. We know shade when we see it, baby. You wouldn't been throwing shade on Keith Lee, saying everybody don't know. No, we know who Keith Lee is. We know, and you should know, especially being that you are in the food business. Okay, so and that brings me to my little story time. When I worked for iHeartMedia, and when you have people that don't know the culture, they only know the dollar bill and they only know their culture. And if it's white, it's right, and that's all they know. Okay, so I'm sitting in my office one day, and I was the only black woman, black person in my division. Okay, so I was the executive sales exec on the sales side, and then I also worked on air, right? Doing promotions, going on events, hosting, all of that. But my vice president that was directly over me, condescending and all, you can imagine what we go through when you up in corporate as a chocolate sister in corporate, what we go through. And half the time you don't see no chocolate sister, not this chocolate baby, not this copper color in corporate. You might see a couple of tan sisters, or might, caramel colors, but you don't see them as chocolate as me. I was the only one. Let me take some water for this story time, because it relates. I hope Nick is listening. Nick, let this be a lesson learned to you, Nick. And you might wind up losing Walt, but the business is not going to be the same after what went down. So I'm in corporate America, iHeartMedia, in my office. I get a phone call from my vice president of sales, being funny, thinking he a jokester, because I go and I would recruit, or I would broker deals and get them on air, right? But sometimes we would get deals brought to us by our vice president. But I would get the shitty deals. I'm going to keep it real. My deals that I got that made me sustainable in that environment is because I went out and got them. The ones that was, tossed to me, the scraps, was truly scraps. But I took them, smile, yeah, okay, you got this for me? Okay. Okay. And put you on speakerphone. So I get a call from my vice president. He says, oh, good. I caught you. I have a client that I want to give to you. They're going to be calling you. And I'm like, oh, great. Okay, it put somebody else on my books. But I knew it from all of the shitty deals that I had got from them directly. I know it's probably going to be shitty. And so he's talking. He says, oh, yeah, this is how I'm telling you. When you not a part of the culture and you don't know nothing about the culture, you think you doing something. So my vice president says, "What you can hear? Hello, welcome in. You can hear the sarcasm, especially if you work in radio. We hear smiles over the phone. We can hear when you're smiling. Yeah, that's a trait we teach when you're on air. We can hear without us seeing you. We can hear your smile, right? I can hear your sarcasm, sir, over the phone. I can hear your smirkiness, your trying to be funny over the phone. Yes. So I asked, well, what is the client's name that I'm going to this client that I'm going to be taking? And he was like, the client is 50 Cent. Y'all, he just it tickled him so much. I said, say that again. And it tickled him. He had to laugh a little bit, right? This is a white vice president of iHeartMedia. Not a black stitch of understanding black culture to his soul, to his bone. Don't understand black culture, right? He calls me thinking he's giving me scraps. And I said, could you say that again? The client that you're giving me? He says, oh, and after he does his little chuckle, he says, excuse me, it's 50 Cent. I was like, oh, 50 Cent, where are they? Where's 50 Cent coming out of? His manager, I got all his manager's information, yada, yada, yada. They're out of New York City. I'm like, oh, okay, 50 Cent. You say, yes, 50 Cent. And this is when 50 Cent had a new liquor. I can't remember the name of the liquor. Oh, and it was right after COVID, y'all. This was right after COVID. He was coming to our area. He was doing a tour. He was going to be going to hitting up the liquor stores and doing a meet and greet. You could buy the liquor. We were setting it all up, and they were giving me that client. But my vice president, a white man, who thought he was being funny because of 50 Cent's name being 50 Cent, right? And I'm the only black chocolate drop in the office. He didn't know how in hell who 50 Cent was. He didn't know who 50 Cent was. You understand me? And so I'm just listening to him being snarky and everything. I'm taking out all the information because I'm in the culture, baby. I know who 50 Cent is. You don't. I said, can I get because sometimes they send press packets and all that. Can I get the press packet sent to me ASAP? Oh, yes. I'm sending it right now while we're on the phone. I'm on the computer. I'm looking at this 50 Cent. And I'm like, oh, okay. He just seen a black man. I'm like, okay. And so I have to, he just sent the deal over. I'm working the deal. I'm chopping the numbers now. Baby. After he sent that deal to me and I worked the deal and got the stores lined up and all this. And then I said, we had a conference because I'm like, I'm going to need this, and this for his meet and greet, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to need this, and this. I'm going to need, swag bags, all of this. He wondering why I'm going to need all this for 50 Cent because he's white, a vice president that was not connected to the culture. You understand? Thought he was being funny to a senior sales executive of iHeartMedia. Thought he was, because of 50 Cent's name being 50 Cent, thought he was beneath 50, change. He thought he was giving me change, you understand? When he was giving me a gold mine. With his ignorance. But after I let him know who the hell 50 Cent was, then he wanted, it was kissing this black ass. You understand? So it's a problem when you don't know about the culture. and you don't put people in place to know about the culture. I'm not talking about coming in and putting putting a white person in who think they know about the culture, because I'm not talking about vulturizing the culture. But see, that's the problem what happened and what's happening with tenderism. Tenderism, Nick, the owner, throwing shade, didn't know who the hell Keith Lee was. You understand? Because he don't know the culture. He using Uncle Tenderism, right? Walt bringing in the black folks. You didn't remind me of my uncle. We play spades in the backyard. Let me go to Destination Smokehouse. He's connected to the people. You understand? But Nick don't know the culture. Just like my vice president didn't know who the hell 50 Cent was. But after he learned who he was, it was a different story. You understand? But with that case, thinking we had another outbreak. You know how after the big lockdown happened, it was small, like, oh, go back in the house, or you can come back out. Oh, such and such is sick. Oh, we got COVID 19.5. So that event didn't take place, but I have all the documents and everything. I was ready for him to come down here. You understand? Because sometimes you gotta rub it in folks' face. And I wanted to rub 50 Cent name all like 50 Cent. 50 Cent. That's right. You thought you was giving me change and you was giving me a billionaire. And that's the problem with Nick over there in Destination Smokehouse. He got that black old man. He know that black old man. They done bought him a BMW. Black folk, he probably set in his ways, but he ain't getting the money. I know he ain't getting the money he deserves. You understand? And if they have monetized those videos, he probably ain't getting a cut from the monetization, because he ain't know nothing about social media, y'all. So Nick, don't play us like we Willie Lump, we the boo-boo, the clown or some damn body. That's why black folks is in your behind right now about and we know probably don't understand it. We probably gonna hear a sad story about getting tossed away. Because right now, what you're doing, we see the videos you're putting out there, Nick, owner of Destination Smokehouse. We see how you try to start slowly pushing out of the videos, and now you over there. What's this dance? What's this? You over there doing a little Harlem shuffle. What is that? We see you try to dance, do a little, I'm calling it a little black shuffle. Try to do a little jig when you eat the meat. But we all see you pushing out of videos, but you doing a little shuffle like this is what he do, y'all. How do I feel about Renee? We talked about Renee in the earlier top of this video, honey. I didn't talk about 3 different topics. We on our way out the door. We talked about Renee. It's horrible, honey. ICE ain't taking no captives. ICE ain't taking no captives, honey. It's open season for everybody. It's horrible. But Nick, you over there doing the Harlem, trying to eat a piece of meat. And then I done peep game on you, Nick. While you over there trying to push out the door, who brought all the press to your dome. Okay? He the one brought the press to your dome. Y'all might have been in business for a long time. A lot of people in business for 5 and 10 years. But until you get that one person, you got the hook, got the look, got it all. Maybe they come online and people fall in love with them. And then your business goes to booming. It's up. Walt is your man. Uncle Tenderism. Now y'all, somebody trying to trademark tenderism. Y'all white folks know y'all wouldn't even never say tenderism. Y'all would have said, oh, somebody don't have a college education. Somebody, what is their IQ? For words we make up. But now you got somebody on the low key trying to trademark tenderism. Because you know we use it. It's all across social media now. Everybody using tenderism. Nick, you over there slowly pushing Walt out the door. Walt won't be in no more videos, but your business gonna crash because you ain't know the culture. You didn't know the culture, Nick. And so we don't care about you tasting them barbecue and now try to switch it all up also. Talking about it ain't just about the tenderism. It's about the flavor. Let's taste the meat. You're dry. Your videos is dry, my guy. Get me some. Your videos is dry. Nick, your video's dry. I don't care who told you do this little number right here after you eat the meat. No, partner, that ain't enough. That ain't enough soul for us. You understand? Nick, you messed up. You know you done messed up, right? So they gonna push Walt out the door. They gonna push Uncle Tenderism out the door. Walt already talking about he ate the meat. You know when not Walt, when Walt Tenderism, the guy, the black guy, the old guy, would have his glasses on, y'all. He have his glasses on. He'd be like, get the meat. He'd be like, look. Oh! Tenderism. You know? Now you got the owner trying to push Walt out the door because people pissed because you know how you handle Keith Lee because you didn't know the culture. You talk about taking a piece of meat and you eating and talking about ragu. What the hell? Ragu? Oh, you must be Italian. That's what you are. You Italian. That's what you are. Y'all heard it here first. He Italian. Because now he get the meat. He tastes it. It's not about the tenderism. It's about the flavor. He do his little black dance. Then he say, get another little piece. Ragu. Ragu? Boy, bye. Bye. He Italian. Some damn ragu and you talking about barbecue? Anyway, talking about some oxtails and brisket. You talking about ragu? You don't get your tail out of here and bring out tenderism. You need to go ahead and while the iron is hot, you need to make a move. While the iron is hot, you still got a little smoke on you. They gonna play you. They gonna push you out the door. We trying to tell you. And that was the last story of the day, y'all. They trying to push out the door. Willie D did an interview. Let's continue.
So when people hear about somebody that they feel a certain connection to, they think that if they remotely think that person might be taken advantage of, they're gonna have questions. And although I understand your side, what you're saying, I also understand the side of everybody else, because if you think about the dynamics of black-white relationships in this country, historically, black people have gotten the short end of the stick.
All the time.
So people don't want to see a situation, and y'all know y'all situation better than anybody. So I did a little research on y'all, and I understand you guys are really, really close, really kind of like brothers. And you being raw out being more like a big brother. So I get that. But you know, it's also it's one of those things that it cannot be ignored. People want to know, like, Walt, you're doing so much to help this brand, do Walter have, ownership or equity in a Destination Smokehouse? Is that something that you can share?
Everybody's business ain't nobody's business. But this is how I'm telling you that. It's my business. It's whatever. It's Nick's business. That sharing your business, all of this here, just have destination one in the nation. We don't want to, I can't get all sharing the personal, how much money or this and that. I'm thinking, okay, we cut this through the chase. We're not taking advantage of it. We're going to be here until the end. I'm talking about not that FRIEND.
When you were saying that, I'm looking at Nick right now. I'm looking at his body language. When you said we don't know, we don't share, the business, the money, the exchange. Okay, cool. We gonna be here to the end. Nick doing all his face rubbing and nervous moving. You ain't gonna be there, You ain't gonna be there. Let me let y'all listen to a video with Nick in it. Destination, what is it? Destination Steakhouse. What is the doggone? Tenderism. Let's find. Let me go back to the other one I was on. Let's see if we can get a link from there. Cause baby,
We gonna start what I came here for. This is my part. Nick, you my brother, you my ain't so. We gonna keep it that way. Hey, we don't need no hate. Look, don't hate on him.
He getting the hate, honey. Now they bringing out. Trying to say, don't hate him. We see it. You don't see it yet. It's like a woman in a relationship with a warlock. They can't see the magic the warlock has placed on it. Their eyes is covered. They blinded. They can't see it until they damn near drained out. You know what I'm saying? We don't what you eat. They done brought you on time. Don't be too hard on Nick. Now Nick about to kick you to the curb. Let me turn this down.
Find out what?
Let me turn this down. I want y'all to hear this man trying to switch up tenderism, talking about ragu. What the hell? Ragu? You Italian. That's what that is. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I'm going to find a video he done did. Is this Nick right here? Let me see. Hold tight. Let me look this up. He do his little dance and be saying ragu. What the hell? Let me see. This might be one. Let's see.
Hey, one of the next destination. 2026.
Now you be telling them to walk off and all that.
California, you know where we at. Number one in the next. You already know. All right. Hey, this is my tray. Waltz is coming next. He doesn't do porks anyhow. So I'm going to go to, let's see, oxtail first. My brother's favorite. Let's see. All right. Come on, man. Hold on. Let me see. Am I doing it right, Walt? Man, look at him, man. Don't be trying to mess my heart tail. See, my bad. That's cold blood. Look, that's cold blood. See, it came off. I ain't worried about that. Hold on. It's got to taste good. Tenderism isn't about it being tender. It's got to taste good, too.
Wait a minute, white boy.
Somebody need to find out if
Wait a minute. I told y'all. He said the reason why you blew up Nick is because that old black man said tenderism. Now he trying to tell everybody it ain't about tenderism. It's about how it tastes. Now them folks came in there because he said tenderism, baby.
I got a little bit of glaze on it, but it was still phenomenal. That sweet glaze isn't bad. And he really don't eat oxtail like that. But I had to tell you, amazing. Booyah! That's 2026, boy. They got these black diamonds. And we rolling up in the southern part of California, city be Mary ever. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing, but we can turn it to 2026. You already know. You already know. Walt's favorites to cook. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that color. Come on. Look at that bark. Looks like a fruit roll up on top. Take a little bite. All the way through. Look at this. Hey, man. I ain't going to even say out before. Look. Hey, yesterday, cameraman, you didn't tell me I had food all over my face. How am I now? Hey, Sam. All right. Hey, cool. That's what you do. We clean up later on. We eat right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, just go good clothes. Brisket. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let me see. I can't even pick it up, brother. I can't. I mean, look. I'm trying. trying to pick it up, and everything I grab turns into a piece. Look, check this out. All right, let's face it out.
Listen to him trying to take over the video.
Boy, this definitely talk to him. All right, bro. So no barking. I don't want to say. Hey, where you at? I don't want to say. Show me that look. I don't want to say. Hey, I don't want to say. That look. I've been getting so much hate in the comments. Hey, man, I ain't got no hate time. Come on. We love this food. We love everybody's food. Right? I mean, come on. Come on. You go. You go. Professionalism is down here and tenderism, and we want the best. That's why we destination, one in the nation.
Oh, wait a minute. He about to do his little dance.
No, we ain't playing with it. It's like a science stuff. I'm talking like Einstein. Y'all don't understand it.
All in the video. Who did we used to see all in the video? Nick, you wasn't in the video before, my guy. You wasn't in the video. He all in the video, y'all. Dancing. Who in jail now was all in the video? Take that. Nick all in the video now. It ain't even good. It's dry. Turn it down. We're gonna find another one with Nick in it. He talking about dang on. It ain't about the tenderism. When that's the whole factor of the matter. Nick gonna come talking about it ain't, it's just about the taste. It's a ragu. I want y'all, if I can find, I should have saved it. I wasn't thinking I was gonna go this far. Hold on, everybody pissed about it. We ain't happy. We are not happy. Let me see what Sis saying. Let's see what Sis saying. She always reading somebody. Let's see what she's saying.
What difference do it make? Why do you need him to own the restaurant? So that you can get online and bash the restaurant? Okay.
Look, he became so popular. People just doing it. That's from tenderness.
I got beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, tenderness. Do you want to know what like peak tenderism is? Like tenderism at its finest? When you're with a partner.
Now this man trying to come in and trying to take the shine. Destiny swap at its finest. You heard me? Destiny swapping at its finest. Let me see. Let me put his name in here. Nick, we don't want to see you all in the video. My boy Nick. Yeah, you give him a shout out. There you go. There you go. Shout out to Nick. Let me see something. I want to see him say ragu. I'm like, ragu. I don't see no dang on ragu. Well, I tell you. Hold on. Let me see if this one's it.
Clean fruit. Clean fruit. Well, doing the walk off.
Yeah.
Morning taste test, very important to know what your food tastes
all
like
in the video
day,
now.
right? We have very high standards here, and if you change things just a little bit, the food's not
all
going to be as good as yesterday. Here comes my brother over here. I'm going to start with the brisket first. Brisket's always the hardest meat. All right, so, wow, very tender. Very tender, which again isn't a bad thing. I like tender meat too, but the perfection that people look for in brisket is to do this. Hold under its own weight, and then you do a slight tug and it pulls apart. But the most important thing is flavor, so I want to check.
Hold on. Dry. The video ain't hitting the same. The bit dry. Nick, you dry. Trying to be all in the video, trying to take the shine away from Mr. Tenderism.
With no bark, because I want to see if the inside has flavor. Good hint of smoke from the live oak, you know, but the flavor all comes from the bark right now. Let me see. All right, cool. So the bark, with the bark is phenomenal. Ragu. All right.
Ragu.
Next, my favorite thing.
You heard him. Ragu. Ain't nobody gonna be saying no damn ragu, sir. We ain't gonna be eating no barbecue ragu. Anyway, y'all, I had to bring y'all that report about how this is a real destiny swap right here. It's going on across the world. I even seen y'all know ISO Speed. He on his Africa tour. And as we get ready, I'm not gonna go into the full story about ISO Speed, but he got a white man over there following him around Africa, trying to destiny swap with him, calling himself White Speedy. Let me tell you something. This a new day. It's a new dawn. Destiny swap ain't going that way. Y'all already had destiny swap with us. That's why y'all have 400 years, honey. That's why y'all have 400 years. It ain't happening. The destiny swap ain't happening. The curses have been broke. But we can't save them all. You know, we can bring them to the water, but you can't make them drink. We could try to tell Uncle Tinanism, yeah, your boy ain't looking like he got your back. He don't look like he got your back. We can only say so much, y'all. Anyway, I know there's a lot that I got, you know, we just covered 3 stories today. I've been gone for a minute. I'm be coming back. Hey, if you've been in the clouds, I appreciate you. Go ahead, hit that like button. Thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel today. I would appreciate it as we get ready to go ahead and roll on up out of here. Yeah, I promise not to be gone so long. Y'all know I had to take care of business. Taking care of business. I had to do what I had to do, right? And you know, I already told y'all, if you was paying attention, you would have known where sister was at. I'm out, and much love. Y'all take it easy.